and I am dust, constellations made of us. There's glory in the dirt, a universe within the sand, eternity within a man.
Aloha, my name is Pastor Aaron.
My name is Caden.
And welcome to the island where we talk about faith and culture and everything in between.
Today we're going to be talking about some New Year's resolutions, maybe, what else? Maybe music, maybe not, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Probably New Year's resolutions, probably dieting. Most people, when they talk about New Year's resolutions, what they're really talking about is dieting. We have some statistics from statisticsbrain.com. What do you see in these statistics here?
It's really interesting. It's top 10, so the first 7 are personal, kind of singular. The next 3 are more like involving other people.
Yeah, like helping others in their dreams, falling in love, spending more time with family, which is really kind of funny when you think about that. Those are the last in the top 10.
Yeah, they're secondary. And if we look at the first 3, lose weight, getting organized, spending less, saving more, we think, well, it's interesting because Christmas is around that time.
Yeah, Christmas is around that time of the year, and people are thinking about what they could do better in life. And what's so funny is they're doing the total opposite of that during the Christmas break. They're spending money, not spending less. They're not very organized, and they want to get organized, and they're usually gaining weight. And here, as ranked number 1, they want to lose weight.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Actually, speaking of dieting, we actually have a clip for you guys. It's on dieting. We'll let you listen to it.
Almost all my graphs at home, but I couldn't resist throwing in just this one, because I'm a geek, and that's how I roll. This is a study that looked at the risk of death over a 14-year period based on 4 healthy habits: eating enough fruits and vegetables, exercise 3 times a week, not smoking, and drinking in moderation. Let's start by looking at the normal weight people in the study. The height of the bars is the risk of death, and those 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers on the horizontal axis are the number of those healthy habits that a given person had. And as you'd expect, the healthier the lifestyle, the less likely people were to die during the study. Now let's look at what happens in overweight people. The ones that had no healthy habits had a higher risk of death. Adding just 1 healthy habit pulls overweight people back into the normal range. For obese people with no healthy habits, the risk is very high, 7 times higher than the healthiest groups in the study. But a healthy lifestyle helps obese people too. In fact, if you look only at the group with all 4 healthy habits, you can see that weight makes very little difference. You can take control of your health by taking control of your lifestyle, even if you can't lose.
That was a really interesting clip. What did you think of it, Caden?
I thought it was very interesting, very intriguing. The first question that really came to mind was, what does she mean by dieting?
For sure, yeah. What do people usually mean by dieting?
Usually people think that they just have to totally, cut out all the bad foods and totally change their diet and their lifestyle, which is true, but you gotta start in moderation.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people, they're just all or nothing, right? They're going to be in all their chips, or they're going to just be totally out of it. And that doesn't seem to be a very healthy way of going about it.
No, it's definitely not. Another thing is, I think that's why people might fail, or they might just give up on their diet, is because they just go full force and they don't, some people don't necessarily know what they're doing. I mean, people might try some crazy diets like the paleo diet or whatever. So I think that's a big issue for sure.
Definitely. And a lot of it relies on willpower. And if the person didn't have willpower before the diet, what's changing them now to have the willpower to all of a sudden radically change their lives and their image and all of that?
I think if we go back to that study that we looked at earlier, I think it has a lot to do with Christmas, because people are just freaking out, especially with they go on the scale and they think that the scale is just directly related to losing weight, which it's not.
Yeah. And directly related to their self-esteem.
Exactly. I think what would be interesting is why people think self-image is so important.
Oh, there's probably a handful of reasons. One, our society tells us that if you're going to be successful, if you're going to be brilliant or beautiful, you have to look a certain way, you have to fit a certain type of clothing, right? All of those sorts of things. And that's the majority of our society, just screaming that at our self-esteems. It's also related with health, though, right?
Yeah, I think what's really weird is for some reason people think if they're obese and they're following a healthy lifestyle that they still have high risks of heart attack, high cholesterol, diabetes, etc. But I mean, if you're on the right track, I would not worry about it because you're headed in the right direction. If you look at this graph that we have up on the screen, it doesn't matter what weight you are. As long as you follow at least one, I mean, 4 is optimal, but even just one, you notice how the risk of death is just lowered dramatically.
Oh, big time, yeah. So if you're eating your vegetables and your fruits, if you're exercising at least 3 times a day, if you're not smoking, and if you're drinking in moderation, then your risk of death is the same regardless of your weight.
And that's what's so interesting about this study.
Definitely. A lot of people, though, they'll look at just what you look like, right? So your weight, they're very shallow in that sort of sense. Whereas a study like this shows us that it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter how you appear. That's not a factor in your overall health.
Right, which is very interesting. That's why I think we chose this clip.
I think so too. Yeah. Real fascinating stuff. Well, that's it from the island. I'm Pastor Aaron.
And I'm Caden.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 2. If you want more information on that clip, you can check out the description down below.
Don't forget to check out our Twitter page, our Facebook page, and all that social media fun stuff.
Right on. Well, you guys keep fit and have fun.